Hello and welcome, Cosmic Quantum Travelers. How are you doing? Now, I know it's been very intense these last few weeks, especially the last 2 weeks. Probably it's more. I mean, this last year and a bit has been very difficult. I mean, there's always like certain points within space-time, the coordinates, that we can pinpoint where things got more challenging, difficult, accelerated. And such a time as now, in a really big quantum way style. Like, I was reading something earlier about, like, I think they mentioned something about quantum, like cosmic quantum mechanics, and then like a sentence or later they said something about this transition, transformation will take until 2032. And it's like, once you really understand the quantum, the best you can do is literally like forecast for a few days, if even, literally. Okay? And I've been transmitting this in the highest way I have been able to. Ultimately, we've been able to quantum leap and jump. I mean, we're constantly doing this, but like there's also been a lot of delays, quite frankly. As well as I know these delays, because they're also caused by the opposition, are truly things that ultimately accelerate us. So they speed up the process. The more they try to delay things, the opposition, the more we are ultimately up-leveling. So the harder the pushback, the more difficult the initiations, the higher your purpose, literally. The deeper you can go, the higher you can go. This is why I've been going on about this, okay? About really connecting to your emotions, really connecting, like clearing out your deepest, darkest traumas, wounds, because they're going to continue to be there until you clear them out. It's really logic, no? Ultimately, but I know what I transmit really triggers people, my energy, my auric field, just the words, anything really triggers people. Plus there's so much fuckery being put on my field to distort the way people even see me. It's like, you know, everything amplified that the negative ego would already project upon me, so to say. And again, I'm speaking from the oneness because this is what we really had to correct and have been correcting, especially the divine feminine within us all, for no longer allowing the masculine, the mind, to project its unacknowledged shadow aspects onto us. Its wounds, its traumas. The unconscious is the divine feminine. This is very much connected to the dark matter Russia body and template. If you think about the way the universe works and the way physics even looks at this, okay, it's like that most of creation is made of dark matter. So the dark matter universe, and again, there's a lot of theory around this, but it's like, it's very much, I've been shown, connected to our dark matter Russia body, our eternal cosmic spirit body. Most of who we are within this cosmic egg, which we have been busy, very successfully, fully cracking open, activating with our activation on the 10th. So on the 111 portal instead of the 1111. And I'm so glad that we did. I mean, there's been so much playing out these last few days, interference, you know, trying to play out. And the thing is, once we really truly own our purpose, our mission, we understand how everything works, and it just becomes very impersonal. And it's like, again, the bigger the tests, the bigger the initiations, the bigger your purpose, your mission is here. So you can kind of take pride from passing these initiations because it's not about being popular. It's not about having thousands of followers. It's not about making loads of money or building up a big business. It's all about you transforming yourself, alchemizing your demons into angelic forms of beingness, in a way, in merging shadow and light, higher and lower self, masculine, feminine, heart and mind, matter, antimatter, everything all as one, until there's no more separation and you no longer feel separate from any parts of your creation. That's ascension, literally. That's you in the divine union with God in all of life. God is everything, not just the good, not just the bad. But you know, that's the thing, like we separate the bad from the good, from the divine, because words can conceive. Yes, we are divine beings, and we are remembering who we truly are as we fully let go of any false projections, because the reversals in the field are inversions of consciousness, they're untruths, they're false projections, which literally cause this reality to be upside down. As you perceive reality yourself and other people upside down, the wrong way around, you're not owning the shadow aspects, your demons, and turning them into pure gold. Other people will use them against you. This is not about being perfect. The new divine masculine feminine is not about being perfect. It's about being true. It's about being transparent, vulnerable, authentic. It's about, you know what really heals this? All of us, the heart, ultimately, is us really connecting from soul to soul, truly vulnerable, true intimacy, true transparency, truth, which is love. That's what heals all. You have to be the disclosure. You have to be the truth. You know, people like me have been paying a high price to speak it until now. And people have been projecting all of their unacknowledged shadow aspects, all of the unknown parts, the unconscious, onto people like me, throwing a lot of hate, a lot of triggers, which is ultimately healing you. And you, instead of celebrating it, you then feel like the negative feeling that's been triggered is like my fault. It's not true. It's not there, okay. So this has been a whole process of, for, you know, especially the feminine within us all, to no longer take the false projections of others, which is causing this upside down world, literally, in the purest sense, because we're seeing everything upside down. We don't own our own shadow. We project it onto others, or we pretend it's not even there. And we try to constantly destruct ourselves because our nervous system ultimately can't take it, of just sitting with it, of just being with the uncomfortable feelings of hate, shame, blame, guilt, grief, depression, anxiety. Try not to make it go away. Sit in it without descending into despair. Feel the feeling without becoming it, identifying with it, but you need to just purge it from your energy field as you release your last traumas. I've been going on about this, not for no reason, not for like anyone to get triggered. It's just not for me. I know, I speak truths that nobody wants to hear, literally. To trigger and heal those aspects that we no longer need within us. Like, if anything I do, it's all about like, and what we're all here to do, to correct and override and re-encrypt our own divine blueprints, aka consciousness, aka DNA, morphogenetic field, and that of all. How is that going? Like, this is all about the purity of your heart, ultimately, which then corrects your mind. Because as long as you follow your heart, you follow truth. It's one and the same. It's you returning truth. Because right now what's going to happen is that truth is being revealed one way or another. So you can either be a cosmic active change agent of that, be the disclosure, or you go and freaking just be dragged down, or if your heart is so closed that you can't even connect to your heart and your soul and to God, then you're going down with the ship. So a healed heart is an invincible heart. If we ultimately know that none of this is personal, why do we get hurt? That's the whole thing. So none of this is really personal. Whatever happens is ultimately a blessing. Any challenge, any pushback, all of this is ultimately, it's not to make us the victims, it's us to rise as the heroes of our own story, to reclaim all of our power because we gave it away. It takes a while to take it back, yeah. Once you really start to push back, you will get a lot of flashback. You will have to fight really hard to reclaim all of your power, but you have been given it away over many lifetimes. So anyone who still wants to take part in the 111 Ascended Masterclass, the Cracking of the Cosmic Egg, God Egg, and Quantum Tree of Life. And I keep seeing myself since the activation on the 10th that we did. And thank you so much for those who took part, support me, and are really active change agents and believe in what we're doing here together as one. And if you can make all the changes, because these are really powerful collective activations. I know what I'm here for. And it's the few that make all the change because they truly believe in themselves and what we're here for. So as we change and shift and heal, all changes, shifts and heals. As you remember, you are at one with the cosmic Christ, and what you heal heals ultimately all. So if you still want to take part, this is a very active field, especially until the end of Monday, but it's really like, as you take part, then the following 3 days, 72 hours, just really allow to integrate, alchemize, all unfold. There's so much still happening in the field. Keep anchoring your light. What we're doing right now is literally just keep anchoring, accreting more frequency, quantum, consciousness, truth, love, wisdom, all the same, until the full and final breakthrough and ignition of the new of grace. Sanata Karate, imminent, Tunashanata. So anyone who really understands true cosmic quantum mechanics understands that linear, especially looking at years, is absolutely ridiculous. It does not make any sense. All you can ever perceive are very short-term, highest quantum possibilities. So all inversions, which are the reversals, are false projections within and from within the one consciousness. And they're being fully corrected right now. This is what makes reality all upside down so far. As our consciousness shifts, everything shifts. That's the quantum observer effect. As you shift the way you even perceive yourself, reality, how all of this works, everything shifts for you. That's all it takes to shift reality. Not you being stuck in victim-victimizer consciousness, compartmentalization, fundamentalism, objectification, boxes, rules, right, wrong, good, bad, good versus evil. That's all based in polarity consciousness, which we are fully moving out of. Okay, so if you have been led a windy, long garden path into very complex realities, constructs of reality, architecture, I'm sorry, but these are AI realities. Only AI dreams up, so to say, comes up with really complicated mind constructs that lead you to nowhere ultimately, just more confusion. Real truth is felt, it's clear. There is no confusion, you just know truth. You don't learn it, you don't try to recite it, you remember it. So this is the ultimate truth that does not need to be defended, that arises from within each one of us. It doesn't need to be questioned. It just stands for itself. It's ultimate eternal truth. Everything else fully dissolves in this field. So you're either inserting emitting this from within your own field, or you'll be dragged. And if you stay with cognitive dissonance, you go down with the ship, quite frankly. This is really what this is. This is the ultimate reckoning. This is atonement. This is you correcting the wrongs. This is you atoning for your sins. I mean, it's not about sinning in this religious sense. It's just more about like, I mean, this is the Bardo process. This is like the ultimate, like I see between the, so the 1111 gateway, 111. Again, if you want to take part, sorry, I didn't finish this. In the activation still in 313 and the 1311. I love the 13. A big goddess number. And I know it's the new moon. This is like shifting, clearing, fully wiping the field clear of any of the remaining reversals, inversion of real truth. I see massive shift, massive final quantum leaps and shifts over the next 48 hours. So you decide how far you're jumping right now, okay? So I've been shown between the 9th and the 14th. This is all, you know, this massive quantum shift completing, the shift between the old self and the new self. And everybody is deciding how far and high they are quantum leaping, jumping, ascending, literally. And then between the 14th, 15th, 17th, massive quantum shifts and leaps will be very evident. Like this is the week where everything shifts for good. And everybody gets a comeuppance, whether it's good or bad. Okay? So anyone who's not in alignment with their true self, their real purpose, because that's you in alignment with your true self, is you in alignment with your source, with your heart's calling, your soul calling you. And if you're not in that alignment, you will feel this now, because things will not go right for you. For those who are in alignment with their true soul's purpose and mission, everything is going to go very easily, effortlessly, swimmingly. That's how you know. Okay? So this is where you find out. This is where your final shift completes. After this, after the 15th, this will take a lot longer. That's what I see. For you to keep shifting. Again, we're all transiting out of the old matrix system. I don't even want to mention any further dates. Let's sleep all the way out of this, okay? On behalf of the oneness, please, seriously. No more delays. Like this is now an automation. Since the 11/11th, there was so much fuckery trying to go on the 10th and 11th. It's not even funny. It took me everything to hold this field, but it's also like now we're like on automation mode, where before we were, you know, the opposition was automatically like constantly filling the field with miasma and so much shit and you know, mind control programming that constantly like kept us recycling all of the shit and us in cycles. So now this is inverted, reversed, re-reversed, and pure God source consciousness is fully taken over the dream field, okay? And this is now the tri-wave, the threefold founder flame, true divine love, oneness, union, taking over the field, okay? So this is the return of true divine order, true divine love, real truth through us all, a rising, okay? It's just a rising now, from within the crystalline caverns, from within our crystalline structures, from within our hearts, from within our minds, bursting wide open. Resistance is literally futile, okay? So stop it already, enough now. Like there's a huge thing of like the masculine right now. Okay, this is literally what all of this is about. Let me get to those notes. Like I've got so many notes. It's gonna be probably a long transmission. I don't know. Like I know they're all very important ultimately, but they're also in the field. Let's see how far I can get to. Before I get to the masculine importance of its rising, its full rising right now. The quantum leap is a shift in perception. The quantum observer effect is access through the 0 point field. So you shift the way you're looking at things, yourself, everything, everyone. That is what's shifting reality, okay? It's a frequency shift. It's not about time. This is quantum. As you resolve everything within your quantum self, timelessly, as you remember your true, eternal, authentic self. If I hear anyone talking about 2032 or 33, I just know they're part of the false agenda, or beyond that. I mean, stop it already. So that's how we shift our realities for good forever. It's not about time, it's about frequency, it's about consciousness, a shift in consciousness. Okay, that's really quantum. Does not take time. As well as time itself does clear energetically those imprints. But you need to just let it go already, fully right now, okay? So as we realign with our true self, it aligns us with our God's purpose for us. So many people out there have not been in alignment with their true purpose. It's also starseeds. I mean, as we really align with our true heart, soul's calling, our true mission, our true purpose, this is where other people will also align. We are the change. As you do it, other people will pick up. That's the 100 monkey effect, okay? So we are no longer lost in a matrix, in a mind control programming, in what, like, I really have the deepest gratitude. I have the deepest respect for the masculine who tries to provide, who tries to do the right thing, you know, have a job, play the role in society, you know, the programming. But you need to understand, if you're not really truly happy with where you're at, this does not mean anything. You need to follow your happiness, every one of us, you know, no matter, even if it means short-term uncomfortableness, even if it means you lose everything you physically own, truly, as you let all of those attachments go, everything and more that you could have ever dreamed of is going to come true now, okay? So people like me have been paving the way, literally burning down new paths, in order for everyone now to align with this more easily. But it's like, if you keep following the program, you will see it's not going to work out. If you follow your true heart's calling, your soul's purpose, mission, you will see everything is going to align. This is a huge realignment right now. People will not be able, with an open heart, to help themselves, but follow their truth. Follow their true heart's calling, no longer following the programs of this false matrix. This is what really makes it go offline fully, burn it all the way down, especially the masculines right now. Again, I have the highest respect and I'm trying to do the right thing, but these are inversions of consciousness unless they are based in true love, in real truth, and you're really following your love bliss, your happiness, your desires, what you really need. Okay? Stop playing the roles. The masks fully dissolve. All of this is becoming redundant. So again, surrender already or be dragged, literally. Be the change agent or see everything fall apart and you feel powerless. Because that's the thing. The masculine really needs to reclaim their power, their shame, their guilt. They need to go into it where they have lost their power, where they have given it away, reclaim it all, stop projecting their unacknowledged shadow aspects onto the feminine. Okay? They have been the victimizer of the feminine as they suppress their own emotions, their own intuition, their own guidance, their own knowing, and keep telling themselves because they're afraid of feeling. They're afraid of their own passion. They're afraid of their own power. They're afraid of their own needs because they don't know how to fulfill them, nor that of the divine feminine. So they don't feel enough. If they don't feel enough, they're going to like project their own unacknowledged shadow aspects onto her to make her feel less. That's what the distorted false masculine does. He makes her feel less, he suppresses her, denies she's even there, abandons her, rejects her, potentially doesn't exist. So every masculine needs to rebirth themselves, especially in a feminine, in a masculine body, in a male body. Every masculine in the male body needs to rebirth themselves through the divine feminine, the cosmic mother principle. That's you returning to divine union. Your role and responsibility is to protect, safeguard, support the divine, the true divine feminine principles, true cosmic history records, the cosmic Christ teachings, real true gnosis, wisdom, knowing. You can only do this as you fully reclaim your own true divine feminine from within and no longer deny her, suppress her, abandon her, reject her, all of this fucking bullshit. Enough already, like seriously. This needs to stop now. You need to reclaim all of your power, stop projecting all of your unacknowledged shadow aspects onto her. Because you can't own your own anger, power, grief, shame, guilt, all of the shit. Go right into it. Resolve it all. It's not really real, but you need to go into it. Like I've been shown like insecurities projected onto me as I go into it. I understand they're not even mine. So you give them back to the sender for everybody to resolve it. It's like strong boundaries from a place of love, because you understand they don't understand these people who are projecting the shit onto you ultimately. They don't know any better. Forgive them because they don't know what they're doing, literally. It's the unconscious. That's the unacknowledged shadow aspect of the collective that the feminine came to bring into consciousness, to shine the light on, to bring the shadow aspects of the collective, turn it into gold through her divine alchemy, through her unconditional love, understanding, neutrality, the oneness she represents, and transform the lower consciousness into light. We do not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the unconscious conscious. That's Carl Jung. Everything that's ever tried to like beat you down, take your life force from you, make you feel less than you really are, project their shadow aspects onto you again. It's through their own disempowerment ultimately, and unconsciousness, as you really understand it, you send it back to sender right now. We no longer take the collective karmic load. Everybody, you know, like me, we heal for our auric field ultimately, but we, you know, ultimately now people listening to my videos no longer just suck upon my energy. They will, if they have any unacknowledged shadow aspects, like trying to like energetically throw them at me because they're becoming triggered, it will go right back with a higher understanding based in true divine love. And it will no longer be possible because my energy field no longer accepts this. And I would suggest this to you too. Because this is how we truly now reap our rewards. And everybody, especially the black magicians, imposters, invaders, all those who's literally inverted the word of God upon us, the reckoning is here. This is the ultimate bardo. This is the ultimate you atoning, repenting for your sins. And I use this word lightly. But basically make the wrongs right again. It's happening right now. So there's no more time to lose, literally. There's been enough linear time. This is the end of linear time. Now, the cosmic dragons rise. The cosmic Christ fully rebirthed. Okay? Make yourself and God proud. Literally change your storyline now from us being the scapegoats, us being the ones projected upon, attacked, blah, 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 blah. It's now people really respecting us, really valuing us, really like, because they can see their true self. That's the whole thing. People have not been able to see us for our true self beyond all the fuckery because they haven't been in their own true self. And they have been attracted to false people because they're their own false self. Like, I understand this all along. Still, it's frustrating, obviously. Because it's then, even if I go on about it, it's been used even against me. And I'm really doing this from a place of love, because it's like, okay, let's say this one more time, whatever, however many times, until we're already there now. So this is where and when the real royal lions return and fully rise and take over the dream field, okay? The true Emerald Order, Cosmic White, Elohai, which I'm here to represent, the Cosmic Mother, Cosmic Father, Triple, True Divine, Masculine and Feminine Principles, okay? And again, it's not about being perfect, because all of these perfected, high vibe, everything is yay. Pictures of the, new ascended being are literally have been made up by the opposition, I can tell you. This is all about you merging shadow and light. Nothing else literally makes sense. Why would you reject parts of you? Your shadow is pure gold. It's primal energy, primal life force energy. They have been using your shadow against you as you're not owning it, as you're shaming it, guilting it. You need to go into it to understand it's not real, and that have been taking your power as you don't acknowledge and own and merge those aspects, as well as then you just let go of the shit you don't no longer need. All I do, that this is blueprint, your DNA blueprint being re-encrypted, rewritten by you, is you literally, all of your experiences across all lifetimes, incarnational selves, your multidimensional selves taken together, merged as one, and you let go of all those aspects, the 144,000 archetypes of the blueprint that no longer resonates, and you keep what does work. That's what we came here for. And it's not just black and white. It comes in multidimensional rainbow colors. So this is not us gaining or like aspiring to some false picture of perfection that doesn't exist, cannot be contained, attained. Like, you can't hold this up, which is why religions have failed, and all of these false pictures of holiness. It's like the divine feminine. Many males, especially divine masculine, or aspiring to want a divine feminine to just be this angelic, divine loving being. Okay, always everything is fine. But when the dark feminine comes in to destroy that which is no longer needed and holds up the masculine to his highest potential, he projects his shadow aspects onto her because he does not want to be felt uncomfortable. That's an issue. So he is here to really, truly remember. Okay, that's how he rises, the true divine masculine right now, as he really, truly remembers all of the parts of himself, fully embraces them, no longer rejecting, abandoning, ostracizing any parts of himself, least of all his feelings. As he fully embraces his true divine feminine wisdom, gnosis, true divine remembering, comes to true divine union within. And this is now, like, this whole 1111 gateway was all about divine unions complete. And I know on an outer level, it's like, we're far from that, so to say, many of us. But that's a dichotomy. That's a polarity playing out. Okay. It's like you fully need to let go also of the importance of any divine union taking place, of ascension even taking place, of anything taking place. That's you fully letting go, detaching from any specific outcome. It's like you're totally, like, the main message right now, surrender to receive, surrender to divine will, because it's you fully letting go of control. Control is an illusion. That's what the opposition uses. Control, lies, deceit, manipulation. You need to go the opposite way to kind of balance this out in the field through full surrender to divine will, to the divine plan. Okay, it feels sometimes like giving up, but it's really the opposite. It's just, I know these go very deep, and surrender is really the state of the 0 point field. It's where you can collapse and co-create all kinds of realities from. It's you holding the Threefold Founder Flame, the Holy Trinity, the Holy Grail. That's you embodying this. That's eternal life returned. It's like the crystal lotus flower patterning, Yanyon flowers of eternal life, fully being recreated throughout our every cell, atom, and being, this molecule, photon. Re-encrypting all of these reversals. So this is the end of all reversals, okay? So again, just very few, I believe, of very organic life forms are going down with the train, the false matrix of inversions and cognitive dissonance, not wanting to know the truth. Everybody with an open heart center, I'm not worried about. Free. Because again, all of these stories of people being, you know, not making it, are very much part of the mind control programming, trauma-based mind control programming, seen everywhere within the spiritual community. Ultimately playing out are projections of our own fears, deep-seated fears of us not making it because we haven't in other lifetimes. But it's like only our bodies died anyway. So here we still are, huh? Still standing, no matter what they tried to beat us down, torture us, fragment us, make us give up. Like, I know we've been all feeling it. Free again on the 13th, 11th. Like here we still are. They tried everything to get us down, to fragment, to close our hearts off, to literally just like, we've been feeling so, like there was so much just to hold the field the last 2 days. But we're here now. So own your power, know who you are, know what you came here for, ask Source to show you, really merge with your purpose. There's literally nothing to hold on to, no fear, no nothing. If you feel like you need to like literally quit your job tomorrow, just fucking do it and jump all the way in. Okay, I'm not saying everybody needs to do this, but it's like, you need to know that as you are standing in service to Source, like I have done, you're always supported and protected. I know they have tried to get rid of me. I've been shown it many lifetimes. Ultimately, it brings death to them, they can't. But you get me. It's the both ends. It's like, you are highly protected. They can't get rid of you. Okay? No matter how much they try to kill us, torture us, fragment us, beat us down, make us give up. Okay? So right now, just literally the 0 point field, just full surrender to receive. That's how they can't get you. You no longer get triggered by the gaslighting, but I'm trying to wear you down, wear you out when you like go through big initiations, everything going wrong. You just like enjoy the journey, laugh at them, know what's happening, don't get triggered anymore, or like embrace your triggers. It's like there's nothing to get wrong, but you will keep getting triggered until you no longer get triggered. Until you've learned all your lessons and you understand these are all initiations that are really helping you to reclaim back all of your power, all of your gifts, all of your abilities. And listen, these are extrasensory perception gifts. This is all connected to emotions. If you can't access all of your emotions, you can't access all of your multidimensional gifts. If you are afraid of your own emotions, you are afraid of your real true self. There's nothing to be afraid of, literally. Tanatea. Surrender to God, love, one the same, to truth, to really receive right now. Okay, there's nothing to be afraid of. The core trauma we all have been healing is us feeling separate from Source, which is us feeling separate from one another, which is us feeling separate from creation. Okay, where we are in fear. It's not true states of beingness. So we are now fully switched on the new Divine Organic Creatrix Field. The new operating system of the cosmic cry is coming fully online, fully taking over. The magnetic pole field and shift and flip coming fully online as the masculine and feminine energies and principles fully shift back to true divine natural order, as well as it's a new order. There's no more separation. We are both, okay? Masculine, feminine, fully united, fully merged in true divine harmony, balance, unity, coherence, reconciliation. This is all about now. This next phase is all about reconciliation of the cosmic tribe, the original twin flames counterparts, us all realigning everything. Let's see how quickly we can move through this. Because truly, like, it's every now moment can shift everything forever. That's how you need to live. That's how I live. That's how everything ever shifts and changes. There's only the now moment. Nothing else. Everything else is just coordinates within the stream field. Really. Okay? Remember what's really true. Really return this to really real. through you remembering as you go deep within, dissolve all illusions, all fears, all insecurities. Now, sunate kirata ainata karate. Sunayinata. Tune into the activation from the 10th. The details are below in the description box. Very powerful activation of you cracking out of the cosmic egg. It's basically you fully healing your blueprint, DNA, your consciousness, your morphogenetic field, and helping that of the cosmic Christ to fully seal and heal. But truly, the divine unions of the masculine feminine, the divine masculine fully rising in its protector, supportive aspect of the true divine feminine is what seals the field fully. I've been speaking about this for a while. This is what it is. It's him returning to his true beingness, the poles fully shifting, us returning to true divine order, justice, real truth, real realities. It's all interconnected. As you return to your real true self, nothing else will be possible now if your heart is halfway open. Asanatiaki. Well, more than halfway. Okay? So, don't worry. A lot of minds got twisted, got it wrong. I mean, I know what it is to be the prisoner of your own mind. I mean, we also have challenges, otherwise we wouldn't be sitting here. Okay, so we all fully letting go of our fears of abandonment, rejection, persecution, being ostracized, being gaslit, being the freaking scapegoats. You push it all the way back. No longer these projections. Okay, know who you truly are. Call all of this back, and you fully shift your storyline now. Now you're going to be respected, you're going to be valued, you're going to be loved, you're going to be supported, okay? All of our resources, the abundance we've been seeking, all projected out from within as we fully dissolve into this field of the oneness, of true divine love, of real truth, of who we truly are. Real truth arising from within us all. That's true disclosure, true divine awakening, okay? Not this 3D, false 5D version of fucking ascension and disclosure, really. Seriously. You hold the power to heal yourself. You don't need any fucking med bed. You are the guardians. You are the true ascended masters. You are the angelics. You are the galactics. Returning all new free worlds. Stop waiting for it. You are it. Literally. Asana takarate. Enu karate ate. Anata karate kana ushunayanate enaya sunayanata ku aira. So remember who you truly are. Reclaim all of your power. That's what we need right now. Not people waiting. Do it now. Also, as an extension of that group call that you can still access from the 10th. Because someone asked me the light language I use. It's not just like galactic languages and interdimensional. Like I'm very connected, very much like, as well as through, as I hold this core divine blueprint of the cosmic Christ, the Theogamic union blueprint. Also as the daughter of Jeshua and Mary, in my incarnation as Sarah, which is an ascended master within herself, which is why I'm returning all of these teachings, truly. And the Theogamic reunion blueprint. What was I getting at? So basically, I mean, these are the navigational tips and instruction sets which really return to cosmic Christ. This is why I keep going on about it, okay? So if you can support me in any way, shape, or form, liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting. And again, I'm sorry I can't get back to in all of the comments and especially emails. Okay, I'm gonna still try and catch up on emails and all of that stuff now, but it's really just like holding this field takes everything from me, along with all of the backlash and all of the kind of like lack of support, or like kind of more and more people kind of drifting away in a sense, okay, which is part of the unfolding of the field. So if you feel this as well, it's like, you know, everything is realigning. And it's not even the number of people who really stick in with you, it's the quality of people. And it's like, if they really mean it, because the people who are connected to your field, if they don't truly believe in you, they don't truly value you and your worth, and are kind of just pretending because they're ultimately lying to themselves, this will weaken your own field. Because it's ultimately, it's like what I've been shown is like, for example, if people like are, you know, for example, everyone is a mirror. So if someone, for example, like is, you know, still carrying insecurities within them, and they kind of don't own them themselves and then project them at you, but ultimately it's also insecurities you hold within yourself, otherwise it wouldn't come up in your field. Okay, so but then you understand why it is even happening. You no longer take them on and send them back to sender, so to say, they dissolve in your field. But then also, if that person doesn't take full accountability and responsibility for what they've been projecting upon you, they will just wipe out of your field, because it's like an aspect of you that you no longer are resonating with, because you're fully letting go of all insecurities, which are ultimately fears. This is what weakens our energy field. It really boils down to insecurities. And this is also what holds the twin flames apart, ultimately, insecurities. Fears of abandonment, rejection, which is what we all hold, which is ultimately an illusion, because it's us feeling separate from source. It's us feeling like, you know, your true twin flame, like you will come together. The only thing you really need to dissolve and release is your fear of it not already being so, and of you being connected to the wrong person, which is what a lot of the interferences have made us sometimes worry about, doubt, have insecurities about, fears, disbelief, you know, the doubt. So as you connect with your true God self, there is no more doubt. There's just clarity in the field. You have confusion and doubt in your field because you are just kind of following often other people's beliefs and what they're telling you is right and wrong. As you access your real truth within, and you can only feel this, there is no more doubt. There's just clarity in your field. And this is what's arising from within each one of us now. As we fully remember and return and reconnect to true God source consciousness, our real true self does not feel insecure. It's like, and again, you don't have to be perfect. It's like, you know, your weaknesses and your strengths, because your strengths are also your weaknesses. As I mentioned in this group call, which you can still access now, went deeper into this, in the description below. It's like, for example, one of my greatest strengths is tenacity, you know, hanging in there, keep on fighting, keep on pushing through, not giving up, perseverance. But any kind of real big strength you have that you're here to anchor also exists within this opposite in your energy field. So the weakness, so to say, of that would be, it's very hard for me sometimes to know what to let go of, when to let go, you know, when to, and it's not really giving up, it's just letting go and detaching. So knowing what to keep, what to hold on to, what to let go. And again, the strength of perseverance, tenacity wouldn't exist without also me finding it very hard on needing to go very deep and letting go. Like I need to go very like annihilation, like fully detaching and being done with something really deeply to really let go. Because, you know, the holding on, the tenacity, the strength it takes to keep pushing through and keep turning up and having this consistency of what I'm doing, despite whatever is happening in my field, even if nobody would be believing in me, that's what it takes to get us there. But then it also exists within this opposite energy within my field. So if you want to get rid of your weakness, which would be me having issues with, for example, or having it's more challenging, difficult for me, it takes me more time or energy to really fully let go. But if I would like get rid of that, I would also let go of my tenacity. Okay, so I hope this makes sense. So as long as you embrace your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities, you knowing your strengths and weaknesses, not trying to be perfect, that's all you need to do. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be true to yourself. You just need to know yourself. So no one else can use those insecurities against you, those weaknesses. You own them. If anybody tries to get at you with them, you're just laughing at them, literally. Okay, this is also your shame and your guilt and whatever. You just understand why it happened, and it's like, oh, okay, I get it now. You can't use this against me. This is like you becoming incorruptible. Nobody can blackmail you. Nobody can use your shadows against you. This is them literally taking power away from you. As you fully take it back, your shadows, integrate and merge them, see them as also the gold that they represent, because everything exists within polarity. Merge them within a 0-point field with neutrality, true divine love, real true divine wisdom, knowledge, understanding, compassion, real truth, real insight, a higher knowledge. That's the higher consciousness. We shine upon the shadows to turn them into light. Your dark matter Russia body it's like most of the universe, it's dark matter. Yeah, like science tells us. It's very synonym, it's synonymous for your dark self, your shadow self. It's synonymous for most of your spiritual cosmic body. You can't even see it. Like all of the spiritual landscape we haven't been able to see beyond from within us, our inner side, you know, our inner journeys, traveling, our inner divine feminine, showing us the spiritual body, the spiritual realms, realities, worlds, which we are now making physical, because because your spiritual body, again, your physical body is like 3-5% of who you truly are. Everything else is mental, emotional, spiritual bodies, which is what the dark matter, eternal cosmic spiritual body is really all about. Your Russia body coming fully online, fully merging with your matter body. And now this also is equivalent, synonymous with the sound and light fields of creation, fully returning now, the universalis, the universalis musicalis, I'm not kind of sure, but it's like the original sound and light fields of creation. Okay, so it's like all the sound and light fields we are here to emit for our own divine embodiment of the cosmic Christ, of our own true unique, our own unique divine blueprint. It's sound and light fields that we can't see yet. It's this 97% of light we haven't been able to see, which is the dark matter. Okay, which is your spirit body, literally. As this comes fully online, fully merges, you start to see these multidimensional realities now, as your spirit body comes fully online. Like, this has been a huge message of our diamond, sun, God, and rainbow plasma light body coming fully online right now. So we're getting ready to fly. Again, for those who are ready, who have gone all the way in, you can only rise as high as you go low. Okay, if you're just chasing high vibes and being happy and thinking you need to be positive, it's not going to get you there. Okay, so after the 15th, it will just take people longer to kind of ascend fully, I believe. So this is really your final quantum leap and jump into high states of ascension, as I'm seeing it. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. Okay, ultimately, this is beyond time, as well as this is where linear time ends, has already ended. So I believe love is what heals us all. They fear a world ruled by love because it's a world they can't control. It's a Huxley quote. I mentioned that before. And it's all of us. So let go of control, especially the masculine. It's not real. You can't control love. Love rules without rules. Okay. Surrender to receive. Surrender to God. Surrender to love. Surrender to truth. Fully arising from inside of you and then radiate it out to all. With the new Divine Organic, the new Emerald and Crystal Diamond Rosette Network, the new Telepathic Communication Network, radiating out pure, true God Source consciousness. And it's heart-to-heart conversations where we get truly vulnerable, speak our truth about our insecurities, our fears, vulnerabilities to those we can truly trust. That really heals us all. This is what I try to hold in my containers. But you need to be really vulnerable, authentic, truthful, and really just open up. That's you free of fear, ultimately. So follow your heart, follow love, which is your soul and God speaking to and through you, really. Stop abandoning separating yourself from that already, okay? And the Holy Spirit. So it will always lead you home. Love will lead you all the way home. That's what's happening now. Your heart knows the way. Run in that direction. As Rumi says, again, surrender, open up wide to receive, free of fear. This is what makes it happen. That's your heart fully healed now, okay? It's happening within the oneness, go deep within, as well as connect. It's huge movement, huge shifts right now. This is where final quantum leaps and shifts happen. Everybody will see where they have and who and what they are and have aligned to. Okay, please also read the post of this. I know this has already been a long video. The post that's part of this is a transmission activation within itself. All of this really helps you to clear, heal, balance, harmonize, upgrade your field. Again, I can't do this for you, but it does help a lot. Also reading my transmissions, it further helps it activate it for you in the field. So check out my community page, Facebook, Instagram. All right. My Ko-fi page also. Ko-fi is really like a Patreon. Okay, it's really good. I can only highly recommend it. It's better than Patreon, I believe, and I really like it. So anyway, because for me this was never about being building up a successful like spiritual business. This has always been about just getting us all the way home and descending already, which we're doing now. Okay, that's all I see. I see around the campfire. Allow this all to shift massively now over the next 48 hours roughly. That's what I see. Okay, and call your miracles. You are the miracle, calling it all the way forth. You are God's boots on the ground. We are making it happen. Like when we are in service to source and the divine plan, we will be protected and provided for. But it happens also through people, through God stepping forth in people to support us. Our true divine tribe, cosmic family, the tribes, like really our soul family come together now, the true divine beloveds, which complete all of this, which hold the divine blueprints for creation. Okay, this cannot be stopped, especially now. Even the ego, the false self, cannot come between the divine unions, which are completing the true ignition of the true new divine blueprint of the cosmic Christ, the new quantum tree of life, the new divine masculine, feminine, stepping forth in their new true divine embodiment, in their true energies and principles, shifting the magnetic field, the poles, flipping back to their original Krystic architecture, the Yanun flow of eternal life, the Holy Grail, Holy Trinity, fully returned, eternal life through us, aligning with that consciousness beyond all else. Remember what's really true. Remember why you came here for. Remember your power, your gifts, abilities, fully reclaimed through these final initiations of making amends, of atoning, of correcting the wrongs, of making it right. Your heart knows. That's your conscience. It's consciousness. You feel when you're off. Okay, or anyone else. All right, let the truth guide you, your heart, your knowing, your true divine inner feminine. It's what's rebirthing the true cosmic Christ. All new realities are new Eden, endemic bodies, here now, all through shift in consciousness. Timelessly, remember, quantum star, sunata karate, kunata ainata, shunayana, kira ena, kuda e da 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 da. Oh yeah, I meant to say, my light language is not just galactic, Andromedan, Syrian, Palladian, Venusian, Lyran, Arcturine. It's also the Faes, the fairies, the cosmic dragons, the dream walkers, the Agathans and elders, ancient ones, the cosmic mother. Cosmic dragons coming through, okay? It's light language is energetic language. It allows you to switch off. I transmit a lot of high gamma frequencies. You often fall asleep during my activations, even when I just speak. It's really the 0 point field, the Godhead frequencies transmitted through me, which allows you deeper healing. And yeah, light language just really helps you to awaken, remember your own gifts, your mission, your purpose, your own, you know, light language, your own power, your multidimensional selves. Helps you clear, heal, balance, harmonize, and upgrade your field as your mind switches off and you don't try and understand what I'm even saying. Okay? It's very multidimensional, and it also leaves what I always speak of as I call them like, it's like seeding your field with like multidimensional keys and codes that unlock as your field is ready to fully unlock them. So the same as my activations. I mean, they're first of all collective for us to fully anchor them on behalf of all willing heart minds in the collective field to really bring the true cosmic Christ blueprint fully online, as well as on an individual level. It, like, you know, again, everybody picks up on what they're ready for in every now moment, as well as long after, you know, the activation, and especially the first, you know, 72 hours roughly after, where everything still very much unfolds and activates in the field. But long after, months and years later, it's just the same way as we share messages and people might not get them in the moment, but maybe years later to remember that one thing you said to them and it unlocks in their field and it's like all coming together. That's how light language also works, and I know my work. So, you know, because people often vibe in and out of my field and all of that stuff, but I know that they're often, you know, as with every one of us, again, I speak from within the oneness, it's like the higher the frequency you carry, the more you trigger the fields of others, the more you will have people coming in and out of your field, the more you have to practice the art of non-attachment, not taking this personally, because truly people pick up codes and keys and messages, or, you know, get what they need from you, then they vibe out sometimes, so often they keep coming back to you. I mean, this is now really the big time where people who have wronged us and have projected upon us will come back around and kind of, you know, it's not even about saying sorry, but just it will all be corrected, realigned. This is a big realignment, really, where the higher self really takes over. No longer the lower shadow, unacknowledged self running the show, the unconscious, but having, again, transformed us all into higher states of consciousness, beingness, turned the shadow into pure gold, into pure power, love and wisdom, deepest compassion, understanding of the human psyche, bringing full reconciliation, full coherence into the one consciousness, healing all. Love is what heals all, which is truth. Asunata Karate. Love, power, wisdom, which is what the Threefold Founder Flame really stands for, is what we embody. It's all one the same. It brings everything into coherence. It's the Emerald Order, fully returned. The cosmic Christ, cosmic God Source consciousness, radiating through us, out, projecting out all new realities, the new Divine Organic Creatrix Field, fully here now. Access it from deep within. Claim this. Claim deep miracles, quantum leaps and jumps. You manifest ultimately what you believe. But yeah, in order to get there, you need to excavate everything, every fear, doubt, worry, insecurity that's preventing you from fully aligning with that frequency of it already being there. These interference patterns. Okay? All right, I'll leave it here. Now, again, details below. If you want to support me, thank you so much for anyone who have sent me donations, liking, subscribing, commenting. Again, I'm so sorry I can't get back to everything, but I think we've all been stretched beyond the beyond, especially these last few weeks. I mean, wowsies. Just keeping on in there and doing what I'm doing takes all I have, literally, okay? So thank you for understanding. So much love, so many blessings. And I see you. Bye, bye, bye. And again, big ass miracles, call them freaking forth, all right? God Source consciousness embodied, God sovereign and free, fully rise like the phoenix from the ashes now, especially the masculines, okay? We need you. I mean this. Nothing would give me greater pleasure than seeing a true divine masculine fully rise in the field. That's us all home right now. Ushanate, Inata, Karatanata, Unasanati. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your service. Hanging on in there, believing in yourself, pushing on through. I know how difficult this is, really. All I speak from is the deepest place of love, wanting to empower you, wanting to support you, and fully rising as the cosmic diamond avatar that we all are, okay? And getting us fully out of the matrix. So let's do this. Done. Because so it was predicted, preordained. It's here now. Claim this. All right? Know it's true. And so it is done. So it is. Sunata. Shanaya. Kunata.